Where do you get your best ideas? You're struggling with maybe a customer issue or a strategic issue or an innovation. It's very complex. It's very difficult. You can't get to it easily. You've collaborated, but then at some point, you synthesize and you go somewhere out of the blue, now I have an idea, a breakthrough, a solution. What are you doing or not doing when this happens? And I might just invite people maybe closer up here to give me some ideas. Yes?
4 o'clock in the morning in the gym.
4 o'clock in the morning in the gym. What else? Traveling. Running. Driving. Shower. Okay. Those are some of the key ones. Now, everyone in the audience probably has a little different combination, so be thinking about this as I share the research of what we found. We've been surveying this for 10 years, and we've found that about 80% of senior people get their best ideas, number one, in the shower. In the shower. So, Meg and Antonio, I can just see the next key meeting and, people will be presenting to you and you'll have a tough question for them and they'll go, hang on, let me take a shower and I'll come right back, right? Now, it might work, might not be practical, yet we know that this happens to us sometimes. We don't even go into the shower with the intention that I'm going to work on this thing. But we relax. Neuroscientists would say our prefrontal cortex, the decision-making CEO of the brain, rests, and some other potential comes up, and suddenly we synthesize in a new and different way. The second is while exercising. You validated that too. The third is driving or commuting. Including, airplane travel. Sometimes we rest and relax and our creativity comes there. Or other times it's in collaboration with other people. The problem is we are paid to perform and to go fast, but we have to be disciplined to go forward with the best of ourselves and the best ideas and the best breakthroughs. So it's a tough job, but it can be done, and the book will give you all sorts of tools to do this. So the challenge is to know when and why to go fast, and to know when and why to slow down. You have to be able to differentiate that. Just like an athlete can't go fast all the time, they have to know when to go fast, and sometimes you go slow to evade. But the athletes that have that kinesthetic intelligence to read the situation and be agile are the ones that are the most effective. And it's the same in business. So I've got a 4-box here because consultants cannot think straight unless there's a 4-box. So I'm guilty of that. So there's 2 axes here. One is the unending dynamic complexity, the vertical axis from low to high, that we're all experiencing, the VUCA world that once we think we're on top of it, all the volatility and unpredictability changes. And then how do we engage that with pause or speed appropriately? Now, when things are not very complex, maybe they used to be complex, but we've broken them down and systematized them, maybe before our competition, then we have competitive advantage, and it's transactive to us. This is the core business. This is the core business that works, that's differentiated, that's efficient, proficient, profitable, productive. This is the core business. It's no longer complex, at least to us, and we don't have to slow down. In fact, we have to speed up there because that's where at least our short-term success will be. And then there's the hypoactive. This is where we pause dysfunctionally. We're slowing down when we need to act. It's not complex, and we or others are holding back. It could be as simple as in a business meeting where we have something important to say, but we don't step forward. We're hypoactive, we withhold it. Or it could be one of your reports. Hold back when you think, just go for it. What's the problem? Well, the problem might be capabilities. The problem may be courage. The problem may be they're not equipped to do that. So we get frustrated with them. That's an opportunity to develop them and pull them from the hypoactive into the transactive. Then there's the hyperactive. This is where most organizations are today, trying to deal with the VUCA world that we're in. It's really complex, and our only agility is to go faster and faster. And when we go faster and faster, yet the complexity is going faster than our speed, we feel like we're going to break down when we need to break through. So the hyperactive and the hypoactive are developmental concerns because we're not going fast or slow appropriate to the need. And then there's the transformative. This is where we want to be, and this is in many ways where your organization is now. You're going towards the transformative. You've taken on this amazingly complex business, right? And broke it down into its parts and so on, and now you're going to optimize that. And it's maybe felt really hyperactive, right? But now you have the opportunity to be transformative, to take on something big and complex and different and really step back to step forward like you're doing now. Now, here's the sweet spot. You see the agility? To be agile between the transactive and the transformative. To know when to move out of the transactive into the future to be transformative, and then how to take that next or that future and make it work in the transactive. So it's the agility, the oscillation between those two is when our agility really creates optimal value. Now, to break this down a little bit, you can see some of the characteristics of transactive management, which are really, really important to make sure that the business now succeeds. Things like content, change management. You see all these different characteristics. These are all the management controls that we need in order to win now. But to win next, we have to go from content to context. That's your real job. You're expert, you have the content, your team has the content, you have the content for customers. What's the bigger picture to really partner? Change management is really, really important. Your job is change acceleration. If you're trying to manage the change, you are managing. Your job is to accelerate change faster than your competition in a way that creates value. Informs, inspires innovation. Generates profits, is generative with people. Generative with people means that you've gone through the shift in your career and you're more excited about other people's success than you are your own. That's the shift to generativity in leadership. Executes the immediate, executes the important, fast now, fast next, company-centric, customer-centric, manages the VUCA, flips the VUCA from volatility, unpredictability, complexity, and ambiguity to vision, understanding, clarity, and agility. It's a big job. Excellence today, excellence is always evolving. Accurate spreadsheets, authentic stories that can move people's hearts and minds. Performance being the purpose. The purpose driving performance to a whole nother level because the heads and hearts and energy is engaged to want it, to understand the why, to go after the what. Ensures win now cultures, empowers sustainable win cultures that are enduring. Now the punchline, watch the top of the slide, and you see a green plus. This is what you need to optimize both of these to be a great transactive manager, to ensure success now, and to be a great transformative leader to create the future and create the next. It's a lot to ask, but this is why development and feedback and coaching and support is so important. It takes a lot to be athletic on both sides, but that's what you need individually and with your team to do what you really want to do.